Hello and welcome back, and in this video we're gonna start working on our UI. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna create a new folder, and this folder is gonna be called views. All right, and first thing we're gonna create is we're gonna create a home view. So let's go ahead and add a new file from the template, and we're gonna choose SwiftUI view as the template. And let's go ahead and name this as HomeView. This is going to be the first view that will be launched, and it will be basically the list view that we're going to be working with. Now I'm going to close the preview section because we're going to be using some of the Swift data related properties, and I've not created any preview container here. So for that reason, it's basically going to keep on crashing. The preview will keep on crashing. So it's better to not use it. And we'll just continue to build our UI without the previous. Basically a simple UI with a navigation stack and a list, so nothing complex that is going on here. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to first import our Swift data because we're going to be needing access to Swift data, so we can call all the Swift data related functions, queries, or macros and stuff. And once we have imported Swift data, we're going to actually start by adding a query macro. We want to extract all the to-do items that have been saved into the persistent store. And for that, we're going to create our query macro. And this query macro is going to be sorted based on to-do dot created at. Okay, so based on when it was created, it's going to be sorted based on those, and then we're going to create a variable called to-dos, and it's going to be an array of to-do list. Okay, next we're going to create an environment property, and this environment property is going to access the model context that has been passed in, and we're going to cast this into a model context variable. So we're going to store it in here, and then we're going to create one more property called state, which is going to help us launch new to do. Okay, so we're going to simply have state variable state var show add to do. So this is basically going to show the sheet which will help us add a new to do item. Okay, so we are done with all the properties or variables that we need to create. Next, we're going to start working in the body. So this is going to have a navigation stack, and inside the navigation stack, we're going to have simply a list. This list will host two things. If the to-do item or this to-dos list is empty, then we're gonna use the content unavailable view to display that there are no to-do items that are available at this moment. And if the to-do item is not empty, or this to-dos array is not empty, in that case, we're gonna apply a for each and display all the to-dos one by one. Okay, so we're gonna simply have if to-dos dot is empty, then we're going to take our content unavailable view, and we're going to first say no to do item. Okay, and we're going to set the system image as checklist, and we're also going to set the description text, and this is going to be a text view, and we're going to say add some to-dos to get started. Okay, so this is basically our content unavailable view. Now, if the to-dos is not empty, that means we have some to-do items in the to-dos array. In that case, we're going to apply a for each view and pass on all the to-dos that we have received, and iterate over each to-do, and we're going to simply display them inside a vstack. We're going to have alignment as leading and to do title. Let's see. So alignment as leading to do dot text. It's not title. Xcode got it. that one wrong. And then there's no description. We have like created at. We're gonna format this created at as date time. Okay, and we're gonna set this as subheadline is fine. Okay, now we can also basically apply or add a delete functionality on this. And before we add the delete functionality, we need a function that can actually help us delete items. So we're going to create a function here, delete items. And we actually receive the number of offsets from which the items can be deleted, and it is received in the form of index set. So we're gonna get the index out of each index set, so basically offsets, and extract the to do item from that index, and we're gonna simply delete an item from that index set. So we can actually simply say let's create another function in case we need actually any additional functionality. So delete an item, delete item, which actually takes an item of type to do, and it'll delete the item from the model context. So delete the item that has been supplied, and we're going to call this function right here, delete item to do. There we go. Okay, so this function, these two functions are going to help us delete an item from the list. Let's go back into our list, and inside the just at the for each, we're going to add on delete, and this on delete modifier takes basically a function that it needs to perform, and this function is basically some function that takes the index set. So we can simply say our delete item at takes the index set, so we can just apply that, and we can just leave it as is like this. So delete item at colon, and then it's basically taken care of from there. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to basically have a have an item, have basically a menu item that can be tapped to add new to do, basically to launch our to do item, add to do item view. So for that, we're going to basically create a toolbar. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a toolbar at the list level. So we're going to say dot toolbar, and this toolbar is going to have a toolbar item. Okay, so toolbar item, and toolbar items placement we're gonna set as bar trailing, top bar trailing. Okay, and then we're gonna have a button here, and this button is going to have some function and some label. Okay, so these two we're gonna set, and first we're gonna say show add to do, just toggle that property to show the sheet, and for the label we're gonna display an image of system name plus dot circle not circuit, actually circle plus dot circle dot fill. Okay, let's set the font for this as title, and let's also set the image scale for this as large. You're going to call a sheet modifier here, and this sheet modifier will help us launch the view, add to do view, which we're going to create in a moment onto, like, on the top of the current view. Okay, so we're going to say sheet, and we need the overload that takes is presented. So sheet is presented, and this is where we're going to pass our binding value of show add to do. For the completion or the closure block, we're going to simply call this, we're going to call right now a text view, add new item. Okay, and last thing that we're going to do on this is on this page is going to be a navigation title, and this navigation title is going to be dev techies to do to-dos. Okay, all right, so with that we have actually finished everything that we need to do on the home view. Let's go ahead and just create one more file here, and this is going to be a file from template. I'm going to create add new SwiftUI view, and we're going to say add new to do view. Okay, so this is going to be the file that we're gonna or the view that we're gonna call whenever a user taps on this add new to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and call this instead, and there we go. So we are all set for the home view, and with that we have actually finished everything that we need to do to display all the to-dos. Now we don't have a view that actually can add to-dos into the persistent store. So let's go ahead and hop onto the next video where we can actually create or finish add new to-dos view, and we're gonna basically populate all the to-dos list with the items that have been added from this view. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.